So let's do a recap over some cute shots that were taken of our big day. Last week we looked at killing the fantasy, asking tough questions, understanding the weight of vows, and having fun in relationships. But let's take it further from there with part 2 of Before You Say I Do.
Another thing is decluttering your life, decluttering your finances. Where are you at with your finances? What friends do you have in your life that you feel are going to have an impact on your relationship in a positive and negative way? Evaluate where you will stand with them. It's very important to know how to deal with people and know how to care about people and know how to appreciate people. But when it comes to your relationship, your marriage is your priority. Focusing on your relationship and how other relationships affect your relationship is very important. Decluttering your life. Do you like shopping? Do you have a lot of things in your house that you don't need? Do you have products you don't need? Just getting rid of baggage and weight. Another fundamental thing is creating boundaries. Relationships will change when you get married, and that is the reality. Having a good heart and still caring about people is very important, but knowing where they stand in your relationship and how they affect your relationship is very important. Otherwise, what will happen is you and your partner won't be able to find your footing in terms of establishing your relationship. Like, what traditions do you have? Like, what would you do on Christmas? Will you go to one person's family on one Christmas or another's? Would you want to have Christmas by yourself? There's no rules. As long as you discuss and you move forward as a team, then that will make the biggest difference. The next thing is have a vision of what you want your life to look like together. Talk about it. Even if you argue, go away, have a break, come back and discuss. Where do we see ourselves in the next 5-10 years? Now, I'm not saying that it has to be a perfect picture, but if you both can feel out where you want to go, what houses, are you going to have a house? Are you going to have a car? What goals do you have? Are you going to be doing fitness? Are you going to be traveling? Like, where do you see yourself? How many kids do you see yourself having? Ask these questions because they are very important, and I feel that as you go along in life, you keep changing. But if you kind of have an idea of where you want to go, you can always know what you're working with and know where you're working towards. The next thing is show respect. It is so important in a relationship because, especially with us millennials, we have options. We're the type of generation that is like, you know what, I don't have to put up with this. If I'm not happy, I just leave, you know? So having respect for one another, being able to talk things out and work things out, not always perfect. Like, if it's really overwhelming, go and take a break, have a cup of tea and come back and talk about it. But show respect. And then the final thing, and the most important thing, I think, is that you should be best friends. Never stop being friends. Stay in touch. When you have kids, go on date night. Some people say, what's the point going on date night? But there's a point, trust me, because you want to get away from your kids and you want to be able to stay in touch, because as you grow ahead in life, you can easily grow in different directions. But as long as you stay in touch and you look at each other from the perspective of not how I want you to be, but who are you? That is the main thing. I would love to talk more about this topic, and I will, and I'll be talking more about the topic from being married. But I hope this has helped someone out there, and if you are happy with it, get in touch. Message me, let me know how you feel about this topic. And thanks for listening and putting up with me in this big old dress. Now I'm going to take it off and let it rock for another 20 years. But until next time, see ya. Bye. Done. Ooh.